Greetings. My name is Ed Mills, and I'm president of your hometown college, Northwest Tech. First, let me apologize to you for not being with you personally. I had to be called away for a meeting, and I couldn't be with you today. I'm pleased and honored to have Brad Bergsma setting this up for you so you can hear the speech. And I thank Brad and I thank Joanne Warman for her cooperation in helping with this as well. To those of you who are veterans, I bring you a heartfelt thanks from Northwest Kansas Technical College for your service to our great and most exceptional nation. Thank you. Northwest Tech, just 3 short years ago, became recognized as a military-friendly college. Applying for military-friendly status is a choice of leadership, and we chose to seek it, and we won it. To those of us at the college, military-friendly means that we genuinely honor and welcome our nation's veterans as students, as members of faculty, members of staff, and as honored guests to our campus at any time. It means we're proud to consider ourselves as Americans, that we're patriotic, and as a college we support our military and our veterans. This is a statement of core belief that matters much to us. We believe in the heart and soul of this great nation, and we know a strong military keeps us free. At Northwest Tech, we honor and welcome military recruiters to our campus. This is something, unfortunately, that other colleges across the nation do not do. It's hard for me to imagine this as a career academic and as a person who's enjoyed the freedom of speech and expression in our nation because of our amazing Constitution that guarantees us the freedom of expression and speech. It's hard to imagine a college or a university restricting or suppressing speech or prohibiting free expression of free ideas and ideals. I think this is what our forefathers fought a revolution against the British Empire to gain freedom for a future generation of Americans. To be clear about where I personally stand, I'm from a blue-collar family of fiercely patriotic people. I'm a third-generation American, Irish on my father's side and German and Swede on my mother's side. I had 2 Irish uncles fall during World War I. My father and brother served in World War II. My parents, children of immigrants, were proud to be Americans. In fact, they felt honored and privileged to live in this country. Incidentally, 2 of my grandparents did not speak English when they arrived in the United States, but they worked hard to learn it quickly. They were proud to become Americans. They wanted to assimilate, and they did. As for me, I enlisted in the military twice, the first time in 1969 as a member of the Army National Guard, and the second time at the age of 42 when I joined a tank unit in the Army Reserves during the first Gulf War. I'll never forget being lectured by the doctor at the Kansas City Induction Center. What does someone your age think you're doing? Look at these young men, they are 18 and 19 years old. Compared to them, twice their age, you're an old man. You don't have any business joining the Army at your age. But he passed me through anyway, and I was honored. My son Joe is a Command Sergeant Major in the United States Army. He's a career soldier in his 22nd year of service, and he is currently deployed in the Middle East. He is in harm's way. We talk every Sunday, and I can tell you that I continually worry about him, particularly when he tells me there are things that he's doing that he can't tell me about. And maybe it's just as well I don't know. I'm proud of him in ways that I cannot adequately express. I wanted you to know that I'm honored to be here with you, mostly for my son Joe, because he is my hero. Today we come together to recognize all of our American service members, past and present. Veterans Day is a day for celebration and reflection that originated from the signing of an armistice, a temporary cessation of hostilities, on Monday, November 11, 1918, at 11:00 a.m., when all fighting ceased between Allied nations and Germany, effectively ending World War I. The following year, President Wilson proclaimed November 11, 1919, as Armistice Day, a day President Wilson said was filled with pride in the heroism of those who died in the country's service and with gratitude for their victory. The original thinking for the celebration was to have a day of parades and public meetings, and even a brief suspension of business during the 11 o'clock hour. This is intended to occur every year. I've been saddened to see those celebrations become more and more rare following the Vietnam War especially. It seems to me as something essential to our nation's character is slipping away from us, and we need to bring it back. At any rate, the actual federal armistice holiday wasn't approved by Congress until 1938, and it wasn't until 1954, following World War II, and after the forgotten Korean War, that Congress replaced the word armistice with the word veteran, amending the original act to commemorate November 11th as Veterans Day, a day in America when all veterans of all wars are honored. Veterans today are recognized as men and women who have or are serving in America's armed forces. So here we are the day after Veterans Day, and here we are in Goodland to celebrate and to honor our own local veterans, as well as all of America's veterans, for their patriotism, love of country, and willingness to serve and sacrifice for the common good of our people. This is a day for reflection, for remembering. Whether you wear the uniform today or whether you wore it many years ago, you veterans represent and represented the fundamental truth about this country. It's really not our powerful weapons that make our military the greatest in the world, although they help quite a lot. It's really not the powerful stealth aircraft, the state-of-the-art Navy, including our carriers. It's not our nuclear-tipped missiles and rockets, our military satellites, or our prowess at cyber warfare. It's not even the soldier's simple bayonet. It's not our weapons in any combination that make this nation great. The fundamental truth is that the real strength of our military lies in the fighting spirit and skill of our nation's warriors. In the strength of all of our military may be found in the hearts, minds, and hands of the men and women who have ever worn or now wear our nation's military uniform. Veterans Day 2012 finds us continuing to be a nation at war. The cold hard truth is that the United States still faces an enemy with millions of mostly ununiformed soldiers who will kill Americans at every opportunity in any way they can. Even though we live in western Kansas, I'm pretty sure we all get it that Al-Qaeda isn't at all in retreat and the war isn't over by a long shot. Our sons and daughters continue to answer the call to support and defend this nation, and they are defending our freedoms by serving around the globe in hostile places like Libya and Afghanistan. Imagine what Al-Qaeda would do if our military wasn't standing squarely in their way. So today it's my privilege to say thank you to you veterans gathered here today, as well as to all other American veterans. We thank you for your humble courage and for your exemplary service. And I want to let you know that we are grateful to you and that we acknowledge your many sacrifices and accomplishments. And we thank you for the fact that you are willing to give so much of yourself to this nation. It means much to us. Veterans, thank you for always doing your duty to your families, to your communities, to your fallen comrades, and most of all, to the United States of America. You have honorably served the greatest and most exceptional nation in the world, and you've done it with the greatest distinction. And we can never say it enough for your service in war and in peace. We thank you, and God bless you.